Alright guys, it's Rico back at it again with another video. This time is a story time vlog, I guess, and it's going to be talking about my 11th grade year. And yes, I know I haven't posted anything about my 9th and 10th grade yet, but I'm going to eventually. I just didn't feel like putting it in order because what's fun about that? Might as well just do it. I don't know. I feel like doing it differently, but yeah. Anyways, so we're going to start me leaving the Woodlands. But before I left the Woodlands, I went to a lot of parties. I was having fun. Like, honestly, I feel like I could have became more popular if I stayed another year, but I didn't. And yeah, so I just didn't. And during the summer, I stayed a lot at my grandma's house, and that's why you could see a lot of these shots. But I also went to the Galleria with my old friend Sean. I'll talk about him later in this video, but yeah, that was just basically what I was doing all summer. I was kind of broke and just sitting there trying to figure out what to do next on my music, and that's when I came up with the Vibes 2 album, because I was just sitting there like making videos, making music, and trying my hardest to blow up. But I didn't want to like promote my music. I wasn't trying to go for that. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for creation over like publicity, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like talking about that to people. I just want to show you what I'm talking about, I guess. I don't know. But like after the middle to end of summer, I moved back to my mom's house from my grandma's house, and I was like, she was low-key mad I was back for a minute because like I was crashing out, and I was like doing stupid stuff in the previous year, so it was like, well, in the 2 previous years, so neither of them wanted me there. So my mom just took me to my other grandma's house, my grandma Marisa's house, well, Marissa. But yeah, I don't know, she took me there, and that is the next segment. Well, 1 second before we get to the next segment, I also forgot to mention I was in Houston ISD for like 3 days, not even 1 day, because I went there for the first day and then left because it was just like, for some reason my mom took me out because my other grandparents were like, it's a really bad school, and I was like, bro, I actually kind of like it. But anyways, so I went to the infamous Weslaco East after that because I went to stay in Weslaco with my other grandma, and that's when I guess I turned 17. And also, like, throughout the whole start of the school year, I didn't really have any music I was creating at the time. Oh yeah, here's a picture of my friend Jose. That was the first friend I ever had in that school. I just decided to bring it up right now. But yeah, I didn't have any music coming up in the start of the school year because like I was making stuff, but I was just like trying to figure out what I wanted to make, because like I don't know, I just feel like doing that every other year or just mixing it. I'm always gonna mix it up, don't worry about it. But yeah, anyways, I just couldn't do it in the moment, so when I wasn't, I was just trying to, I guess, find new friends, and I got kind of popular. I was just meeting a lot of new people, and I was just having fun until like October, whenever I started talking to this one girl, and well, lies, I was talking to like a lot of girls, but they were just it was getting too much. It was kind of getting like, I was kind of getting in over my head and like a little too much in my mind. So like December rolls by, and that's whenever it got kind of different. But like, yeah, like I don't know really how to explain it, but whenever I started making music, I had a calling to it, and then I was just having fun with it. But then after December happened, that's when my music got serious again. But it was mainly because I lost my best friend at that time, like from 13 years, because we got in a fight and I was super drunk and I couldn't fight back. Like, I'm not even going to go into that. That's all I'm leaving you with. But it had me shocked for a minute, and I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I wasn't expecting his ass to act like that. Therefore, I'm not dealing with that, and there's nothing I'm going to say about that else. And yeah, I don't know. It's just been a while since I've been thinking about all of that stuff, and it's really made me like overthink. I forgot to say, I was in therapy whenever it was the start of the school year, and I was till like a little bit after December, and that's when I started getting out, and that's when I started making more music because there was nothing else to do. I was just locked in my grandma's house, and I had a few friends at that time, but it was mainly in the audio video class. And like at school I was still quiet, but like it's just like I would talk to people but I wouldn't talk to people. And that's whenever it started getting a little more different. I'm gonna just keep going. Well, I guess you'd say I would start experimenting more with music during the springtime, like that area, and like also the very like end of December, because I was just I don't really feel like talking about it, but I was really experimenting. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, like during December I was super dry because I had nothing to come up with, but then out of nowhere I just started tripping, making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But yeah, I would be up like all night making shit happen, just working on music and getting it done like very fast. And well, not very fast, but just making sure it was a hobby that I know that I can get paid off of. And I don't care. I know I started making music and started doing all this because I wanted to turn it into a job, but I also have a passion for it, so I would rather start from ground up. But yeah, when I started caring about music more than I cared about school, that's when I started making like real music. And I would always do that like throughout the year, but like honestly throughout the end of this year I was just doing it because I really wanted to make something like good, make like at least a couple good albums. And let's say I was tripping out, and also I forgot to say I was in mariachi, so I was working on a lot of guitar and stuff. And oh my gosh, bro, I didn't even say that, like the girls in Westico East, props to all y'all girls. I don't even know how y'all do, y'all just beautiful as hell. And like low key that got me like really in, like y'all had me learning, like that's all I'm saying. And I learned how to make a lot of good music from like playing guitar and stuff, and well, with mariachi players and just working on all of that. And I made a whole jazz album. It's mixed with mariachi, and I don't know if y'all seen it or not. I don't really talk about that stuff, but yeah, I made that one at that time. And I forgot to say I made Vibes 2 in the middle, or like whenever I started summer. Check that shit out. I wrote it, but I didn't say anything. But yeah, later in this school year, I decided to make a sequel from the Vibes 2 album of last year, and yeah, it was Vibes 3. Vibes 3 era was weird though, because like I was just by myself at first, and then I started hanging out with a lot of people. That's when I started really hanging out with my friend Ray. Like I didn't get to mention Ray in this like all the first half because like I was talking to him, but like we were like barely getting close. Well, I forgot to mention that he was also another friend I would hang out with a lot during December too, but then I would hang out with like nobody like after December because it was just like kind of like a dry time, because yeah, I just wasn't feeling like hanging out with anybody. Also, shout out to Royce and Devin. I forgot to mention y'all too. I love both y'all, bro. Y'all were both chill people at that time also. It's just I didn't really get to talk about y'all because I don't know. Like, but yeah, I was hanging out with everybody, and we stopped hanging out for the start of the year, like the New Year's. And then like in the middle of the New Year's, like whenever it became like more spring and spring break, that's when we all came back together, like me, Jose, Ray, my friend Devin. Well, Royce kind of got back in there, and we started like hanging out with each other, and we started meeting new people. And that's when we just started getting out of class, and we were just chilling in the hallways, and we all just had fun. Like we were literally just chilling, and my music was going crazy because all I had to do was just get out of class and just go into the middle of the school and just edit music and just do whatever I want basically and chill with my friends. What I'm saying though is my 11th grade basically consisted of me just working really hard at first, and then out of nowhere I realized there was really no point in doing all that, so I just started like doing whatever I wanted. And I feel like a lot of teachers and like even my grandma started hating me for that, and like I don't know, I feel like some people be thinking I'm like on some evil shit. Like I don't even know, that's not what I'm saying. I have like I just thought about it different. Like I'm not even trying to be in school. I just want to work on something else. I'm just trying to get out of it. But yeah, I'm Christian. I don't really know what to say about that. That's just the religion I was born into, and that's the religion I believe in. My grandma has told me a lot of stuff about me whenever I was a kid. Apparently, the first time me walking ever was at a church, and I didn't even walk, I ran. And I would used to walk up to like the Bibles and stuff as a kid and like read. I don't know if she was just saying that, but I'm just saying that was very interesting to me, and that had me interested in the Christianity, like, myself. And I don't know, I just feel like I've always been interested in all of that stuff. So whenever I guess I would say I would trip out and do my own thing, yeah, that really Christianity led me with my art and my faith in doing like everything, I guess. My bad for whoever's another religion, but for me, thank you God for creating me and like letting me live this life. For y'all, I don't know, thank y'all for existing. Thank y'all for just being here for me. But I am very appreciative for all this, because I feel like, I don't know, I didn't have this back then. I was making music and just doing stuff by myself. I didn't do anything, like, I still doing it by myself, but I'm doing it to a bigger amount, and I'm able to do it easier because I know what I'm doing. Because I just sit here and study this. I don't really do anything else, because this is the stuff I'm interested in. Like, I'm not really interested in school stuff. I've never really been. I've always been bad at it, so that's not why I care about it. But yeah, at the end of the year, I was just mainly chilling with Ray, Eric, and my other friend Isaiah. Shout out to Isaiah, you know the vibes, bro. Anyways, yeah, I was also chilling with the people in AV, you already know, Nessa, Gus, Miguel, Allison, and Matthias. Anyways, we were always all chilling, like everybody, like basically I was always busy throughout the school day, not doing anything. It was fun as hell. But the end of the year came around, and I started going to hella parties, and I was just chilling because like I had nothing else to do, and I was just still kind of overthinking at that time and just making a lot of music, tripping out. And that's when I got a new car. And it so far that this summer was pretty chill. I was just working on my car a lot. I went to a decent amount of parties this end of the school year, but I didn't really go to many during the summer because I was just going through too many places at once. I went to like one and it was kind of dead. I should have went to another one, but I missed out, and I was low-key really sad. I would talk about that later, but I don't feel like, I don't know. I went to a lot of places. I hung out with a lot of friends this summer, and I just feel like I could have did more though, because I didn't hang out with Tyler. I didn't hang out, well, I mean, I hung out with Chris, but I didn't hang out with Chris that much. I hung out with Steve, I hung out with Carl, but I barely hung out with Carl. I hung out with mainly Steve and Chris, but I barely hung out with Chris himself. Speaking of Tyler, I need to talk about his ass more in the next videos, because he does play a lot in these videos. It's just, we all, like, we're broken up after a little bit. It's just because of December, and also because of, like, we all live really far from each other. We can't make up really easy. But yeah, overall, I've just been trying to get better at this music, trying to get better with myself, trying to learn, trying to just make stuff happen and just have fun with this life, because I already know that this is like basically already happened to me. I don't know. I already know worse can happen. I already know better can happen. I hope better happens. That's all I'm fucking saying. But yeah, it was Rico back at it with a longer video, like I promised. I'm going to make probably a couple more videos that are like this long pretty soon. I have another music video that I'm going to drop, well, on my Alterous account, because I just don't feel like dropping it on my Rico account. That's, or wait, maybe, you know what, I don't know, I'm gonna think about it. Wherever it goes, and I'm gonna just promote it on both accounts, so you'll find it anyways. It's just, I don't know, like, for real, I've just been needing to work on more music, and yeah, I'll catch you on another video because I'm running out of time. I'll see you on the next video.